Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Oh, excuse me. Little listing messed up. Sorry. I'm such a perfectionist. Um, Hi, good evening. Minister Jinjin coming to you tonight. How you doing? Um, it's a new month, new year, and I said that I was gonna be what I was gonna be presenting on Sunday. Let you guys know what I was gonna be presenting. And so which is National Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month. Sorry, my little headline wouldn't let me put in everything, so I had to try to abbreviate or remember how to abbreviate the national and the word month. But how y'all doing tonight? I hope all is well. I hope the week is treating you well. It's middle of the week. It's almost Friday. So I'm gonna get to it. And so, again, tonight I'll be talking about National Slavery Human Trafficking Prevention Month, which is, we strongly need to be aware of worldwide. Honestly, because I say worldwide because we travel, we go to other states and other countries or whatnot, or even when you're here at home, wherever you live, in whatever state you live in or city you live in. So January is designated to recognize National Slavery, Human Trafficking Prevention Month, the month of January. Um, it has been a presidential designation since 2010, since the year 2010. I didn't know that. Um, so I want to say the year 2010, wasn't it Obama that was in office in 2010, or it could have been George Bush. I can't either or. To raise awareness about modern slavery, and so I have a few informative things that I'm going to be presenting. Modern slavery, and to educate. So this month is to educate people and people like us, and for me to let y'all know how to identify and also preventing exploitation, and to support the survivors of people that have gone through human trafficking, or even human trafficking and modern day slavery. Um, During the month of January, government age with the month of January. Sorry, during the month of January, governments are wants us. They want us. I'm sorry. The government agencies, nonprofits, and communities focus on ending this, which is forced labor and sex trafficking, by promoting education, sharing resources, and educating and encouraging actions like um, wearing. Hey, it's not a ribbon, but they have a color. So I come with my ribbons. So they want everyone, organizations that help victims, or let us know like how to prevent these things happening, but to show awareness for this month and so on. You don't have to even just let it be for January, but wear the color blue. Wearing the color blue, that's the color that they want you to wear to show awareness when it comes to this prevention month. Um, on and so wearing blue on Human Trafficking Awareness Day, which is on Sunday. Human Trafficking Awareness Day is on January 11th. January 11th. And so they have a theme for 2026 for this. The organizations have a theme. The theme for 2026 is stronger connections and and future. excuse me, stronger connections and stronger futures. Excuse me. Really focusing on the community and the involvement of the community, so we can prevent this from happening to someone you know, your loved ones, or just people. Period. This is horrible, and it's becoming really because, like I said, it's not just nationally. It's not just in the United States. This is happening. It's happening around the world. Um, so it says, what is it? What is um, slavery and human trafficking? Is designated um, to combat each January. They want you to bring awareness, yes, to come also to combat with human trafficking and crime and trafficking and crime involving force, fraud or corrosion. I had the word cor- coercion. I'll get you. I got it. I got it. I'm gonna come back with that for labor or commercial sex. Um, a focus on education, prevention, and survivor support, highlighting that trafficking affects all demographics and is closer than many realize. You may even be living next to someone that is involved in human trafficking. Or you don't know. You don't know. Um, so the demographics and closer than many realize. Um, Activities that to show awareness for this month or this ordeal, learning the signs of trafficking and how to report it. How to report it. Of course, you can call 911 if you seen some suspicious going on, or like you could probably do a health what's that, a welfare check or whatnot. And so they to show awareness, you have some activities. And how can we help? How can we help to prevent this ordeal to happen? We can volunteer at the organizations that help victims and to spread the word throughout the community, uh, throughout your community. And corrosion. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to still pronounce that word. I had when I was reading my notes and everything, I was practicing. Organizations that help victims, and oop, what happened to my comments? What happened? What happened? Oh, sorry. Um, Also, we to raise awareness in you could raise awareness in your workplace. At your workplace, it's big, because you never know. Like I said, you never know if that person, your coworker, your boss, even, like, you won't know, like, or someone you're in school with, they could be involved or going through that. So you want to raise awareness at the workplace, school, or in your community. Also, it says to prevent it by ethnically support businesses with transparent supply chains to combat forced labor. Because again, like if you, I know usually you see on movies and or whatnot, you see even on, I watch a lot of Law and Order. That's my show. Like Chinese people, like they import people through boats and through the crates and stuff like that, and we're thinking it's clothes or furniture or cars, and the whole time it's people. So buy ethnically, buy locally, or whatnot they're saying, or and it's stated that human trafficking is a global. Remember I said before, around the world, it's a global crisis. It's a global crisis that people are going through, that we're going through, that we live in. Um, and I know you guys seen the movie Taken, so it's ordeal that I think when that movie came out, it opened people's eyes. Because before, back in the day, when we were growing up, it wasn't, you didn't hear much about it. But It's becoming more and more bigger now. And I think that movie opened everyone's eyes or whatnot. Like even that movie, I can't remember the movie, the one with Omar Epps and Amanda Patton. And whole time it was the police, sheriff. I'm telling the movie. Well, the law, let me say the law had something to do with trafficking females and stuff. And you got to be careful when, if you're traveling, be careful at these truck stops. Or like I said on the tip on Sunday, because I heard on social media just the other day they were tipping, having tips, and they said if you're on the phone and you're walking, and someone sees you talking on your phone, that's a distraction, being on your phone or even texting. They will purposely bump you, and they know you're gonna go reach for the phone, their phone that they dropped, or your phone that you dropped, and that's a best way for the perpetrator to grab you and take you. And also they said that while they're grabbing you or trying to pick you up, they have some type of white powdery substance that you can um that you will smell, and they'll knock you out, and that'll be easy for them to whisk you away. Again, that also in the movie Taken, that it was something similar like that. Or don't tell people, don't be, I know I could become chatty at times, but sometimes you don't say your real name. Or even when I go to like the curry out or whatever, I don't give names. Everyone's like, why you do that? I'm like, no, you never know. You never know, because you'll understand where I'm coming from when the next tips and stuff that I'm about to come to. Why I say this, but I always tell my mom, um, well, I used to tell my mom, or even when you're out with your kids, and don't shout out their names and stuff like that. Like, but um, again, it's a crazy world. Some people are sick people, but that's how they were raised, or that's how they came up. Sometimes it's like a family thing. Like I've watched too many, like I said, Law and Order, and what's that, Criminal Minds. It's like it's a real deal. Like you see, like when you're driving and you see fields and stuff, it's like, oh, that's so beautiful stuff. But the whole time that could be a secret bunker of people in there, or you see these tractor trailers and everything. But even when you're on the Beltway, you see a lot of which is state troopers usually stop these tractor trailers or box trucks and stuff. And now that these truck drivers, now what they have to do, they can't be too, I don't know how they know, the law knows, but they can't be on the road as long. They have a log, like a riding log, so they can't be on the roads too long and this and that. So maybe, I don't know, is that a way of them finding out or finding people, like if they were trafficking or even trafficking drugs or whatnot? I don't know. But now they have to, truck drivers have to have a log they have to put. And if you've been on the road too long, then they advise you have to stop, and they give you, I think they give you a warning or a ticket, if I'm not mistaken. I have a friend that something, but anywho. Um Yeah, so this is human trafficking. It's a global crisis. It's a global crisis. And um, it's a global crisis. So I have a number, National Human Trafficking Hotline. It provides free, confidential, for help, 24/7, 24/7. Excuse me. Gives you confidential help 24/7. So you will call 1-888-373-7888. I'm going to repeat the number again. 1-888-373-7888. Oh, excuse me. 7888. And or if you can't call, you can text. You can text the word help HELP, help, to the number 233733. Again, you could text help, HELP, to the number 233733. And that spells out be free. Be free. There are no rules. There are no rules for human traffickers to follow when they choose a victim. There's no rules when they choose a victim. Um, Again, that movie Taken, because remember at the airport, he didn't choose her. He didn't choose her. He was picking like who can I get. He just seen her and started talking to her and like, oh, I got him, we won. Like, and then his colleagues knew like what we were about to do, you know. So, so there are no rules that human for human traffickers to follow when they choose a victim. This is why it's so important. This is why it's so important to be aware of all your aware of the signs of your surroundings of potential human traffickers or human trafficking. So and also I read it's 10 questions from the U.S. Department of the state to consider if it is believed someone is being trafficked. I have 10 questions, you guys. It says number one, is the person living with their employer? Number two, do they have poor living conditions? Number three, are multiple people in a cramped space? If they're in this, it could be in a big house and there's just too many people, like so many. That's can be an example. Four, do you have the inability to speak to the individual alone? Does someone always have to be with them while you're speaking with them? Because maybe they're afraid that they might say, tell them or whatnot. Do their answers appear to be scripted or rehearsed? Is their employer holding identity documents? Seven, are there signs of physical abuse? Eight, is the individual submissive or fearful? Hmm. Nine, are they unpaid or paid very unpaid very little? And lastly, 10, are they under 18 and in a prostituting? This is from the U.S. Department of State, U.S. Department of State, State Department, excuse me, U.S. And so the statistics says the U.S. State Department reported 27.6, 27.6 million people are subject to human trafficking around the world. That's a lot. That's a lot. 27.6 million people are subject to human trafficking around the world or trafficked around the world. Whew, sad. Because human trafficking can become not just with sex. It can, we discussed this also on Sunday. They can want to sell your body parts or with kids. It's very sad and scary. Um, it's very scary. Also, they were talking about because human traffickers also can stalk, stalking first. They can. I know they say it can happen anytime or they don't choose XYZ, but in reality, it is kind of stalkerish or whatever. And stalking is a crime as well. It says 7.5 million people are stalked in 1 year period in the U.S. In the U.S., 7.5 people are stalked in 1 year period of time. And usually it's someone they know. If they're stalked by, it's someone they know. Someone that's being stalked. It's always usually it is someone they know. It's a little weird, but you have your mini stalkers and you have ones that are like obsessed with you, and again, they're right. It's someone you know or not, or especially if they can't be with you, or or if you don't want to be with them anymore or whatnot. It's a little creepy or whatnot. Um, but um, and maybe sometimes I don't know. It's level. I think it's levels to it with the stalking, but yeah, it's that's a huge number that I just said 7.5 million. And it says whereas 3 and 4 women killed by an intimate partner have been stalked by the intimate partner. Again, someone you know. And it says many know victims have to protect. They said knowing that victims have to protect themselves by relocating, changing identities, jobs, protection orders, or whatnot. So this all falls under the umbrella of the human trafficking and slavery or whatnot, because your stalker can kidnap you and you become missing and they just be it's weird. Again, I watch a lot of Law and Order, even though people don't take this are taking do take it seriously, but it's real. Like, and like I said, nowadays it's becoming more and more in the light because people are speaking, people, and they said also with technology that these stalkers can they use cameras and GPSs and stuff like that. And like the other day, I seen an infomercial with you could put like this thing on your car, like it's a magnet, and it hooks onto a person's like an app on their phone, and you won't even know that thing is there. Like, and so it was weird for them to be advertising that on national television or whatnot. And just, I know you got your Apple AirTags, but you're actually showing a potential, not even potential, someone that actually like a kidnapper or whatnot, or a crazy person, a way to get their next victim. It was weird to me. It was a little creepy and weird. And it was during daytime. It wasn't late. It was during the day, like in the afternoon or so, but I can't remember. Yeah, it was the like late afternoon or whatnot. But why are you promoting that? And I know sometimes it could be a positive, but then you think about like what I was just speaking of about Prevention Month or whatnot. About one of the tips was to check your surroundings. Like, how do I know to check that? Because they were showing on a commercial, you can use it for you could put it under the hood, you could put it under on the bumper. Like, why? Like, why would you want to do that? Like, and then we're trying to prevent this. Like, that is not showing awareness. Like, it's crazy. Like, and again, it's scary. And so, especially, and then a stalker, they could do that too. So, and then it's like you don't even have to be in law enforcement or FBI, whatever, to do something like that. Like, it has to be a glitch to it. Like, it doesn't work in certain amount of miles, but who knows? You don't know if that person is following you. So it's a little scary. But tonight I wanted to present this because January 11th is coming up, which is we want to bring awareness to that. And then also we want to bring awareness all month in the prevention of this and get those numbers down. It's so scary to know, like, to know or feel like your loved one, you won't see your loved one again, or whatever the case may be, what they're going through. So Minister Ginger wanted to come forth and just let you guys be aware and tips and stats and stuff about this, and to always check your surroundings. And if you have a gut feeling that something that isn't right, or the area you are in, or when you're going to your car or whatnot, try to turn around, or always keep your keys or mace, whatever you have, you know. Um, and two, like when people come up walking up to me, I usually don't. I keep a space. Like I don't let them come in the personal box, like real close or whatever. But again, they have so many tactics and how to get that person. So you just got to think ahead and just be aware of always when you're out in the public, because again, you never know. You never know. And just trust in the Lord. I can say that, trust in the Lord. Prayer covers everything. Prayer is everything. And and I wanted to come to you tonight. I hope I was informative to you guys. And it's stuff that I didn't know, but and I'm glad that Bishop has the lights out that a couple months ago for the teens and for the kids and for us too, for the parents, because again, it's a crazy world out here, and we learned some tactics of what to do and what not to do, or what not. And so, Minister Ginger, coming to you tonight. And I love y'all, and I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your week. And I will see you guys this weekend on Sunday at service. And I love y'all.